Samne Jai Shri Krishna. Good morning to you all. Lovely Sunday morning to meet up for meditation. Om Shanti to everybody. How is happiness in your life come to? We're going to pass on to Manisha Didi to explain to us. Manisha Didi, all yours. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Panna Ben. Thank you. It's great to be here. Good morning to you all. And today's topic is basically, it's happiness as our ultimate aim. And here in the Brahma Kumaris, when we talk about happiness, in Hindi, we talk about Behad Avinashi Sukh, unlimited, imperishable happiness. So what does that mean? What it means is our happiness is not based on limited supports. So we distinguish between limited happiness and unlimited happiness. And by limited happiness, we're referring to probably the pursuit of material things. I mean, I'm not denying that we don't need them. We need food on the table, a roof over our heads. But we don't need to make that our ultimate aim. You know, if you think about it, when we are looking to better ourselves, improve ourselves, be it get a new job, a new house, what's the aim behind that? What is the ultimate aim? And the ultimate aim, if you look into it, is to make you feel happier. So in spirituality and spiritual knowledge says, actually, all that you seek is inside you. So if you really want to be happy, it has to come from the inside, and it has to come from developing our internal treasures, our treasures of peace, love, purity, harmony. And then the more that we develop these treasures inside, And the more that we put those into practice in our daily lives, the more our lives become rich. And so the thing with limited happiness is it's like a side scene. Sometimes we can get caught up in the side scene of name and fame, doing something so you would get promoted, or thinking that, if I, get what I want, or going into your limited supports, using sometimes, material supports, the car, the job, the status. These are things that are temporary. If they're here, then we're happy. But tomorrow, if they're gone, then what happens? Our happiness is going to go, because they were the supports to our happiness. So to get unlimited, imperishable happiness, I must first have to change what my supports are. What am I being supported by? Am I being supported by, the status that my job gives me? Or am I being supported by the relationships in my life? Am I being supported by the material comforts that I have? Because these temporary supports, they're not permanent, as you probably know. But when we look at unlimited happiness and we go into spiritual supports, the support of God, the support of our one strength, one support, we put our faith in God, the support of going inside myself and relying on myself to get peace within me rather than looking outside. And as I go onto this journey, I find that less I'm going to be looking at the outside world, and more I'm going to be looking at the inside world, what's inside me, and how do I cultivate more of these internal treasures. One of the measuring points in understanding where am I at, and how much contentment do I have, is usually a good measure, a measuring stick is if I have worry in my life, if I am stressed, if I am confused. These are things that are derived when our temporary supports are shaken. When, what is worry? Worry is really an absence of faith. When I have not really looked at what do I have faith in? And when I place my faith in something that is spiritual and imperishable, my faith in myself, my faith in God, similarly with stress, where is my support? If my support is in anything external, temporary, that support is going to be limited and it's going to stress me out. Let me create support, spiritual supports that aren't reliant upon anything external, temporary, that don't come and go. And when I start, and how do we cultivate this type of consistent contentment? That is by incorporating spirituality in our daily life. That's by having, spiritual practices and disciplines. And here in the Brahma Kumaris, as you know, we wake up early in the morning and we start our day with meditation. And the reason why is we start our day imbibing, going into our stage of infinite self-respect and connecting to our core spiritual self and bringing those core values, our core spiritual personality to the surface, our spiritual personality of peace, love, purity. And what that does, if we are to incorporate these type of spiritual practices in our daily lives, it will bring better clarity. It will help us make better decisions. And those decisions help us. They navigate they navigate us through the challenges and trials that we have in our ordinary everyday life. So why don't we practice this meditation? Why don't I let me take you on a short meditation commentary so that we can go inside ourselves, connect with ourselves, and bring some of these spiritual treasures to the surface. So it would be great if you could all sit comfortably, relax, make sure your shoulders are relaxed, your arms, your body moving down to your legs, and that you're comfortable. And as you sit, whatever you prefer, you can keep your eyes open or you can close them and gently breathe in, breathe out. Gently regulate your breathing. If you have thoughts coming into your mind, that's okay. Let the thoughts come and let them go. Let them pass like sailing ships. And as you turn your mind inwards, you journey in. And inside, as you journey your mind inwards, you see a shining star, a sparkling star, a star of light. And you gently move towards this star. And as you are moving towards the star, you begin to feel its rays. You begin to feel the light showering you. And you stay just in front of this star, this sparkling point of light. And the light begins to shower you. You feel the showers of peace. A peace that is dead silent, still. And you let it wash over you. You let it wash your mind and go through your being. And then the rays continue to come. And the second rays that you feel is that of love. Not the conditional love, but an acceptance, a deep acceptance for who you are, as you are. An acceptance for you as a child of God. You are an internal child of God, a being of light. And as you stay in front of the supreme light, let the light of the supreme shower you. And then the final rays are the rays of protection. That wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whatever is happening to you, you have the protection of God's light. You have the faith that with one strength, one support, you can see through anything. You can go through anything. One strength, one support. Just stay there and let the light shine. And as the light shines, experience your own light within and light within your body. And slowly, in your own time, make your way back, keeping that inner light that you just experienced. So that was a meditation commentary. And you can find your own technique. Some of you may just prefer to sit in silence. You know, there's a lot on YouTube, there's a lot of visuals. But the aim is to sit, connect within, touch base with yourself, invite the light of the Supreme, and empower yourself. And that deep spiritual empowerment is permanent, everlasting, and empowers you in such a way that whatever you're experiencing, whatever you're going through, it steers you. It gives you a very subtle inner power. And by having regular spiritual practices and being consistent over a period of time, you find yourself, when you look back, you see the stability that it has given you. And so what I would like to do is just finish off on just some practical points and tips on just how to cultivate a more happiness or more contentment. And contentment in itself is quite a deep topic, because in order to be content, it means you're not getting involved. You don't allow your mind to shake. So in the spiritual sense, it doesn't mean that you will be content when you receive something or something happens. It means that whatever happens, whatever's going on in your life, your mind doesn't shake. You're stable. You're stable in your self-respect. And so the first thing was, often we want to think positive all the time, but we've got to have that firm resolve that positivity begets positivity. We've got to look at that point in karma and take back our destiny and think, I'm going to sow good seeds for my future. So the most important thing is you're very firm. You replace positivity with negativity. You're firm with understanding the lesson of don't give sorrow, but most importantly, don't take sorrow. Whatever the sorrow the person's given you, you have a choice. You can choose to accept it or you can choose not to accept it. Be positive and shower people with blessings. Give and receive blessings. And when I mean blessings, it could be just a smile on your face and saying good morning to your work colleagues or your family. Very simple, but creating that energy, because when you're bringing that energy into your life, that upbeat lightness, you're also creating your future. You're sowing seeds. You're creating your destiny. And so you're mindful that if you're going to go into negativity, that's going to be your future, whatever's happening. So you let yourself respond with positive things. Caution yourself not to get into negative feelings and thoughts. Another tip is understanding the limitations of materialism, whatever it is, whether it's, technology, social media, even the physical, your physical dwelling or your job. It's all temporary. One day it's good, another day it's not. And as you go through this, you want to steer yourself into something that's permanent, that is imperishable, and that goes with you beyond the grave. Your relationship with God, the good karma that you've done in your life. Let go of grudges. Forgive, forget. Your life is too important. There's no point. And if it is something pretty tricky, sit down with yourself and just give yourself good feelings and good thoughts and wishes, and the other party good feelings, good thoughts and wishes. And finally, don't compare, don't compete. You are unique. No one can be you. You can only be the best version of yourself. So there you have it. It's a short little exploration into the topic. Like I said, when I was just thinking around this, I thought this is quite deep, and actually there's a lot more to it. But what my final thoughts on this was, in order to get that lasting, permanent contentment, I feel it's more a journey of how to keep your mind stable no matter what, and how to practice that stability using, spiritual values, and how to inculcate spiritual values into your life. So you're not reacting to situations, but you're responding with spiritual knowledge. So, any questions?
Very well explained. You've explained everything.
Thank you.
Brilliant, brilliant.
As you said, happiness comes from within. The sooner we realize life is going to be like bed of rose.
Yeah, absolutely. And
just learning to let it go. Whenever someone says something, we should have that barrier that, okay, you have said, it bounces back. It doesn't touch us.
Yeah, definitely.
Just take everybody as God's soul and don't interfere.
Yeah.
Like you say, you're the version of yourself.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, you are, every one of us is unique. We have our own specialities. And it's actually when we develop ourselves spiritually and our specialities come to the surface. That is beautiful. And this is where we kind of touch others.
Others, yeah. True.
Spread that happiness to everybody.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that you need to be happy yourself to spread that happiness.
Absolutely. And what you're doing is the pen of your destiny, you're taking into your hands
In my
and
hand.
you're writing a future of happiness.
Yeah.
You know, and you can start, you know, and this is, you don't wait for people to give you blessings, just give blessings.
No.
Any other questions? Any thoughts or sharings on this topic? Was there anything anyone didn't understand?
Yeah, Manisha, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
When you have a personal loss, how do you then come out of that to be happy again?
Right. And when you say personal loss, is it a loss of a person, a relationship?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a very close person to you just has left.
And
How do you deal with it? Because I'm finding it extremely difficult.
time
Okay.
is the healer.
Pardon?
Time is the healer. Time. To give yourself some time and be associated within these sort of groups will help you a lot.
Meditate.
Understanding what is life, why we have come into this world. Yes, you were connected with this person. You are very close. However, from either of us, one has to go sooner or later. The sooner we realize that, that brings contentment, or to be, I would say, to come to terms with it, that yes, this has happened. What do you say, Manisha Ben? Am I?
Thank you so much, Pragna Ben. That was really good. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with Pragna Ben. And I just like to say something, Kokila Ben. Kokila Ben, like, you know, in Brahma Kumari's our first lesson, it teaches you about the soul and it teaches you about the mind. And we have the choice, we create thoughts. And Kokila Ben, when you're thinking about this soul, because in Vedic culture across the board, the soul is immortal. Okay, Kokila Ben?
Yeah.
And the soul doesn't just, you know, when it leaves the body, it doesn't, you know, it goes into another body. We believe in reincarnation.
Yeah.
So what you can do, and even we have Vedic rituals for this, but whenever you think about that soul, give that soul good feelings, good vibrations, good thoughts. What you're doing at that time is you're using your mind in a positive way. You're using your mind and you're giving the best that you can give that soul. And the thing with you know, with meditation harnesses the power of the mind on a very subtle level. And your good thoughts, your good feelings, your good vibrations will reach that soul and will help that soul to move on. And it will help that soul in the next stage of their journey. However, if you're feeling upset and if you're feeling, oh, you know, sorrow, then how are you helping that soul? Think about it. The best thing you could do is give that person really good feelings, vibrations. And sometimes when souls pass on, we may have a few unresolved things, like, you know, you wanted to tell them how great you are and you didn't, or, you know, obviously, you know, we want to do things with them, to say things to them, and we didn't get the opportunity. What you can do is similar to what we did here. You could go into meditation and just send those thoughts to that soul. Or if you feel you need to do something a bit more hands-on, a bit practical, you can write a letter to that person and just burn it or throw it away. But by doing that, what you're doing is you're exercising whatever's inside you. And you're what we would call, you're settling that karmic account. Because often, if you think about it logically, in terms of reincarnation, the soul is immortal. The soul eventually has to leave the body because the body is made up of the 5 elements. So the body is perishable anyway.
Yeah.
The soul will go on to another birth. It will have another set of parents, another family. But what we take with us is that account of karma. And sometimes, you know, when someone passes on and we feel it, what is it that we're feeling? Because if I give you the analogy, when you basically, in this world, if you're kind of saying goodbye to someone, but you know that person is going off to say, I don't know, university or a new job, then you're like, you know, that person's going on to something better. So you, on the one hand, you're saying goodbye, but on the one hand, you're happy because you know they're going on to something better. The thing with when souls pass on, there's that kind of feeling of unknown. There's that feeling of perhaps that unresolved feeling. And so here's where our spiritual values come into play. Our spiritual values of, you know, I, the soul, I'm an immortal being. My original personality is peace, love, and purity, you know, and wherever we are, we can radiate those good feelings, good vibrations with each other, and we can wish the best. And by having that kind of thoughts and feelings, we are operating at our very best. But as I mentioned previously, in this idea of contentment, we're also creating a future of contentment. And so by giving that thought, that soul, really sending that soul, you know, blessings of contentment, good thoughts, good feelings, what you're doing is you're wishing that soul the best possible future for that person in their new journey. And you're doing something very practical with your mind. Hello, Kokila Ben.
Yeah, I do all that, but I think in such times, your spirituality and everything gets tested.
Yeah.
Things that you believed in before, you were holding on to spiritually, or, you know, you thought there was a higher soul up there who looked after everybody's interests. Those are all tested.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that is all very difficult to come to terms with, especially when somebody is taken away, you know, so early in their life.
Yeah, it is. And it's very easy to talk about this. Pragna Ben, did you want to say something?
I would like to add and say something to Kokilaben. Kokilaben, on this platform, quite a few of our ladies are there who have gone through what you are going through now. And I can see the ladies nodding their head. And time is the only healer. And as Manisha Ben says, just hang on to the positive, happiness, what you had with him or her or whatever. And that will help you a lot. For example, mine husband, as you say, at a very young age, we are not talking about anybody else. Today you're talking about yourself.
Yeah.
But mine passed away 23 years ago. Imagine how old I must be.
Yeah.
Same with, there are quite a few ladies I know, and they are sailing through we are all in the same boat, majority of us. Yeah, Radha Ben.
And Aruna Ben.
Yeah,
Can
Aruna Ben, yep.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Hariom.
Hurry
My
up.
husband passed away now. 6 years.
Right.
First year was very hard for me. I understand Kokilabin very well. What she's going through is very, very difficult for her. The time does help, but we have to try ourselves and think that way, that we think good about the person who's gone.
Yeah.
And send the good wishes.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to come back, and we won't be able to hold him again. We won't be able to talk to him again. But for myself, I go around in the house, and when I remember something, I go past here his photo, I just say little smile. If I'm passing here, I see him here sitting, and I've done something or I said something, I say, I'm sorry what I told you. When I'm cooking something, and I say, oh, you like this one. And I talk myself to him. That's how I feel that he's always with me. He's never gone away anywhere.
I talk to him
He's
every
not there.
single day. I talk to him all the time.
Yes, dear. You have to be very strong. You have to be very strong and put your mind away from something else better and keep yourself healthy. And this is our part of our life. We can never forget it. And but we have to try, because the world is so big. If we are just getting into us worrying all the time, and you don't see outside everything, it keeps you alone and it makes you more worried. And it goes on and on. Your health goes down. Your children goes away from the mommy's always worrying about it, crying. They can't help us, anybody. We have to help ourselves.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
I wish you all good thing that you happen to you all. You come out of this, and then you can look into your inside you, what's right and what's wrong.
Yeah, I think what Radhaben said is so good, that it's the whole thing about good thoughts, good feelings, and her good thoughts and good feelings, will be reaching that soul. Have you ever had the experience, you're thinking about someone and the phone rings and it's that person you were thinking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi there. Pannaben, you want to say something?
What I was also saying, Kokilaben, I've gone through with my parents. Even now, I'm missing my parents because my Masiba just died yesterday on Thursday, and it is just a coincidence. Both my mom, when she died, it's the same date my Masiba died. The time she died, same time my Masiba died. Can you imagine? Just a coincidence. So everything has just come back to life. But what I am also now stressing it out, કે આપણે જેટલું તમે રડ્યા રાખો છો ને એટલું એમના આત્માને દુઃખ થાય છે.
Yeah.
એટલે try and please just talk to yourself. તમે પોતા સાથે વાત કરો ઘરમાં ગમે I'm just imagine he's there. So you just keep talking to yourself and oh આજે તમને આ કરવું છે આપણે ચાલ આપણે આ કરીએ. So you must keep yourself busy and active that way. અને તમારે ઘરમાં નહીં બેસી રહેવાનું. Go to your friends. Go to your friends, talk to your friends. તમે ફોન ઉપાડીને વાત કરો કે આજે મને સારું નથી, મને I'm feeling down. Talk to me.
That's true.
Ring me if you want to. Ring me, I will talk to you as well. But this is how you should keep busy. And the more you talk, the more your brain is adjusted to it. કે ના મારા અહીંયા જ છે, મારા દિલમાં જ છે. He's not left me.
Yeah, nobody can share any with him now. You're got all to yourself.
So true. That's so true. Very true. I've been suffering with that as well for a long time. And then my friends used to ask me, you're living on your own, how do you cope? I says, I'm fine during the day. I have the Zumba sessions, everything. but મારી રાત નથી નીકળતી. How do I just can't, when it's just quiet, all the flashback just comes back, the hospital and the roads and all that. But then this Panna Ben's, meditation and Zumba and all that, that's really, really lifted me up. I just feel positive. I think all the good times we spent together. I don't think of the bad times, just the good times. And just wake up with a positive thought that, look, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to laugh. Ratna, I phone my friends and we talk all positive thoughts. Because sometimes, the loneliest thing in this world, Panna Ben, is you surround yourself with negative people.
Yeah.
હવે
Yeah.
તું થઈ ગઈ છે, હવે તું શું કરીશ, તારી
Yeah.
જિંદગી કેવી રીતના નીકળશે? You don't
Yeah.
want people
You,
like
you
that.
just need to ignore them. એવી
Exactly.
રીતના વાત કરે
Yeah.
ને, you just move away from that
Yeah.
person.
આપણે બે steps આગળ જાય ને, they pull you back again.
They pull you
So I
back.
So
just
we
think,
have so
yes,
we have got choice of friends. We can let them go away, or
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
do not associate with them that much. Make sure you will yourself know
Yeah.
who does you, I mean, get positive thoughts and positive vibrations. કોની પાસેથી મળે છે, that will help you so
yeah.
much.
પણ કોકિલાબેન, you can
સૌથી બેસ્ટ છે ને પન્નાબેન, સૌથી બેસ્ટ છે ને આપણે આ જે બ્રહ્મકુમારીના ટીચર્સ છે ને એની સાથે કનેક્ટ જવાનું. કાલે હું એવી રીતે એક બેસનામાં ગઈ હતી, યંગ ગર્લ હતી, મારી ક્લોઝ હતી નહીં પણ બ્રહ્મકુમારીમાં એ હતી. તો મને અહીંયા સેન્ટરમાંથી ફોન આવ્યો કે આજે અમે બધા ત્યાં જઈએ છીએ તો તમે આવશો? એટલે મેં કીધું ઓકે. તો હું ત્યાં બેસવા ગઈ હતી. પણ જે અમારા પ્રફુલ્લા દીદી સિસ્ટર હતા ને બીકેના, એને એટલું સરસ એના મમ્મીને સમજાવ્યું ને કે એનું રડવાનું બંધ થઈ ગયું અને પ્લસ એને પણ સમજ પડી કે જે છે હું રડું છું ખોટું રડું છું. એટલે એ કોકિલાબેને છે ને સૌથી બેસ્ટ ટીચર સાથે કનેક્ટ થવું જોઈએ. જે આપણે નિધિબેન છે, દક્ષાબેન છે, એટલે કોઈ પણ સિસ્ટર હોય ને એ લોકો જ એને બરાબર સમજાવીને લઈ આવશે. નતર
but
તો
it's
એ
early days,
રાત
Jesse.
દિવસ રડ્યા જ કરશે. એ રાત દિવસ કે આ બધું આપણા પર વીતેલું છે. મારે
આપણે
મમ્મી ગયા,
you
પપ્પા
can,
ગયા, બધા ગયા, પણ આ લોકો સિવાય બીજું કોઈ આપણું ઉદ્ધાર ન કરે રડવા માટે.
આપણે કોકિલાબેન નું સમજ છે, early days છે, beginning માં થાય, but it's hard. આપણે બધાય કહીએ પણ only the person who's going through, only they know what it's like. But એને છે ને બહાર નીકળવું પડે આમાંથી.
બહાર નીકળવું પડે, and you got to be strong to yourself.
Strong,
only.
yeah.
And also, like, keep away from negative people.
Yes, yes,
Like,
definitely.
be positive, be with positive people who તમને સલાહ આપવા વાળા હોય અને
Yes.
not ખોટું કહેવા વાળા હોય.
Yeah.
That's what you don't want.
Yeah,
અને
no.
તમે આ ભજન મંડળી છે ને પ્રાર્થના કરે છે, મંત્ર કરો છો ને આવી રીતના મેડિટેશન અમે કરીએ છીએ, એની સાથે એવી રીતના જોડાઈ જાઓ
જોડાઈ
એટલે
જાઓ,
તમારું
yeah.
મગજ શાંતિ થાય. અને લાઈક ધીસ મને આજે કોઈ ગાર દે ને, it goes in and out.
Yeah.
I don't listen to that person. અને I stay away. I do
Yeah.
stay away from them. કે ના, મારે આની જરૂર નથી, because મારા શરીરને નુકસાન થાય છે. So this is how
Perfect.
you have to be.
Of
This
course.
is
Well
how
said.
you have to be.
Well said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
એટલા માટે જ, I'm very downhearted, and I got to BK, and હું પણ જયશ્રીબેનની જેમ I went there. હું તો actually ટીવીમાં રોજ સવારના શિવાજી
Shivani
શિવા
Ben.
દીદીને હું સાંભળું 7 વાગે, એટલે my TV is on and I listen to her, and this is what has given me comfort, and this is how I got Daksha Didi and Nidhi Didi to say, no, I am into it and I want your help to help others. And this
Others.
is how
Very
we
good.
got this
Yep.
is how we got
એ
together.
લોકો વગર કોઈ ઉદ્ધાર નહીં કરે પન્નાબેન. આ સિસ્ટર જ આપણું ઉદ્ધાર કરશે. રિયલી મેં કાલે જે જોયું ને, બધા બ્રહ્મકુમારીના બધા ગર્લ લેડીઝ હતા, જેન્ટ્સ હતા, બધા બ્રધર્સ એન્ડ સિસ્ટર્સ. પણ જે એ લોકોનું સિસ્ટમ જે આપણી છે ને ભક્તિ વાળાની, એ અલગ છે અને આ લોકોની સિસ્ટમ અલગ છે. આ રિયલી બધાને શાંત કરી દે એમ.
Yeah. No,
અને ઓલી
absolutely.
એકદમ યંગ છોકરી ગુજરી ગઈ, જે કાલે ગુજરી ગઈ ને, એકદમ યંગ હતી, લગ્ન પણ નથી થયા એનાથી, બહુ યંગ હતી બિચારી.
Yeah. So, Apre, what I must say, in the world where we live today, many people have attached happiness to something. For some, happiness would be earning their own money. For some, it would be purchasing their dreams, buying their own dream homes. The reason why the world is filled with so many unhappy people is that they attach their happiness to something tangible or not achieving their goals. People start to become unhappy, furious, and anxious. So this is where આપણા મગજને ઠંડક રાખવું જોઈએ. Talk to positive people. Listen to positive people, what they're saying, digest that, and this is how your happiness becomes inside as well. અને એ જ પ્રમાણે તમે છે તે હેપીનેસ બીજાને આપી શકો. આપણે મનીષા દીદીએ આપણને કેટલું ફાઇન રીતના સમજાવ્યું. વી હેવ ટેકન ઇટ ઇન, વી હેવ ડાયજેસ્ટેડ ધેટ ઇન, એન્ડ ધીસ ઇઝ હાઉ we will forward it to our children, ઓ ગમે તે આપણી બેનપણી હશે એ લોકોની સાથે. Am I right, Manisha બેન?
Absolutely. Spoken beautifully.
Yeah. So Kokila Ben, I am here sitting for you. If you need to speak to me, you're welcome to ring me.
Same likewise with me. I would like to talk to you, Kokila Ben. Maro number sodi ring, we'll talk.
કોકિલાબેન મુંબઈ આવી જાવ થોડા દિવસ, બધા ફ્રેશ થઈને તમને એક્ઝામ હોય.
Definitely. I think the change of weather also helps.
Yes.
It does actually. You know what? હું છે તે કાયમની બીમાર હોઉં છું because of my situation. પણ હું ઇન્ડિયા ગઈ ને મહિનો રહી, મહિનો ને એક રહી, અને I think the sun has got to
Really
me
helps you. Yeah.
and it has helped me. It
Yeah.
has helped
અને
me.
અમારું હમણાં ક્લાઇમેટ બહુ સરસ હોય પન્નાબેન, really
પણ
બહુ.
છેલ્લી 3 દિવસ અમદાવાદમાં મારાથી ગરમી નહીં સહન
ના
થાય.
ત્યારે
Yeah,
ગરમી,
Ahmedabad gets
હમણાં
very
અમારે
hot.
હમણાં અમારે કોમલ ઠંડી છે, મીન્સ લાઇટ ગરમી ઠંડી બધું, પ્લસ હમણાં ખાવા પીવાની એકદમ જલસા છે, ઊંધિયું ને બધું, આમ બહુ મજા છે. સોરી એની માટે.
હું આવા ઊંધિયું ખાવા. ચાલો
Yes.
મનીષાબેન, આપણે બીજી 5 મિનિટ મેડિટેશન કરીએ and then
Lovely.
Thank you
Okay.
very much, all the ladies. Yes, I will reach out to some of you.
You'll be fine, Kokila Ben.
Kokila Ben, change of scenery is a very, very good exercise for you. So make positive friends and go around, hang around with them.
yes.
That will make.
Kokila Ben, put your video on so I can see your face. I'm one of the admins of the group as well.
I know I'm not ready for that.
Okay. All right. Okay.
We are all with you, Kokilaben.
Thank you, ladies.
At your own time, please contact few of us if you feel like. We are here to help you. This is a big family, and Panna Ben has done a great job to make us all come together on this platform.
આપણે મનીષાબેનને સાંભળીએ હવે, મનીષાબેનને
Yes, please.
સાંભળીએ.
Yes, please.
નહીં તો અમે પૂરું કરશું.
Sorry, Manisha Ben.
It's all right. It's fine. So let us sit comfortably, relax. And let us now see the light within us, the shining, sparkling point of light in our forehead. And in that light, there is a stillness, that peace. Just dwell on that peace and let it move through your body. And then slowly send yourself good thoughts, good feelings, good wishes. Accept yourself as you are, how you are. And you can imagine yourself showering yourself with rays of love, light, happiness. And as you shower yourself with rays of love, light, happiness. You feel yourself becoming free. And now imagine yourself rising up from this world, moving up into the sky, into the clouds, into space. And in space, you see the planet, the whole planet Earth. And you stay there and you shower the same way you showered peace, love, light, and happiness. Shower the whole planet with those rays of peace, love, light, and happiness. And if you feel a particular soul or someone needs love, light, and peace, you bring them forward and just shower them with rays of love and light. Slowly let the whole planet envelope in your love and light. And as you're doing this, you can feel this energy moving through you. It's not your energy, it's the energy of the Supreme Being, the Supreme Soul. The more you connect with Him, and the more you share His love and light, the more you become in harmony, in peace, and in happiness with yourself and with the world. Because it's not coming from you, it's coming from Him. He is the ocean of peace, the ocean of happiness, the ocean of love. And if you so ever want to dive into this ocean, all you have to do is press the button of your mind, connect within, and connect with the Supreme. It is your personal highway channel to the power of the Supreme Light. Slowly, you take a last look at the planet. And you slowly come down into the sky, breaking through the clouds, down into your house and into your room where you sat. Taking and keeping that energy and that atmosphere within. Om Shanti. I am a peaceful soul. Peace is my original nature. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
I'm a shining star.
Thank you.
I'm a shining star.
Yes, you are.
I'm sure I'm shining.
Yeah.
Panna Ben, what channel is Sister Stefani in the mornings? What channel is it?
Star Plus.
Star Plus. Okay, thanks.
ઇન્ડિયાનું નહીં ને?
હા, ઇન્ડિયાથી આવે.
ઇન્ડિયામાં સ્ટાર પ્લસમાં શિવાની બેન આવે?
ઉત્સવ.
Utsav.
Utsav Star Plus.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's also on YouTube, you know that.
Yes.
If you go
Yeah,
to
yeah.
YouTube,
હમણાં અહીંયા હતા. બોરીવલી આવ્યા હતા. અભી
oh, good.
લાસ્ટ
Oh, good. Brilliant.
2-3 દિવસ માટે બોરીવલીમાં હતા. મલાડ ને બોરીવલી.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Thank
કેટલા
you.
વાગે આવે?
7 વાગે. 7 વાગે.
તમારા 7 વાગે. તમારા 7 વાગે.
હા.
પછી તો અહીંયા મુરલી ચાલુ થાય આ લોકો વેબકાસ્ટમાં તો.
Yeah. Anyway, Chala, I have to. Today it's back-to-back Zoom for me, so I have to leave as well. Thank you very much, Manisha Ben. Om
Thank
Shanti.
you.
I
Om
hope
Shanti.
I hope everybody had some
Thank you.
happiness in you, and like Kokila Ben, you are welcome to join or ring me whenever you want to have a small talk, and I'm always there for you. Likewise, everybody else is there.
Yeah,
So,
that's right. We are always there for you.
yeah.
ઓમ શાંતિ.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Chalo batane.
Om Shanti. Thank you.
Sunday.
ઓમ શાંતિ.
Pannaben, thanks. Manisha
Thank
Ben,
you,
thanks.
You're
Nina Ben,
welcome.
Jai Shri
Thank you.
Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Ben.
You know
Jai
what?
Shri
You must,
Krishna.
batane chane, you must not to forget, if we train our mind to see the beauty of everything, you will see that and it will adjust your mind.
Yeah.
Yes. Training is very, very important.
Yeah, training is very important. So anyway, Chalo, I'm now going to be in Australia with my master's prayers.
Okay.
Okay, wow. Bye.
Bye.
Jai Shri
Bye.
Krishna. Om
Om
Shanti.
Shanti. Om Shanti.
ઓમ શાંતિ. સવારના આવે છે સ્ટાર પ્લસમાં?
Ha.
ઓકે, થેન્ક યુ. જય શ્રી કૃષ્ણ.
Jai Shri Krishna.
જય શ્રી કૃષ્ણ. તમારા માસીને આત્માની શાંતિ મળે.
Thank you. Thank you. Om Shanti.